Yeah, what's good, y'all? This your boy Cassh.
Your boy Black, the blackest man in the land.
And it's the Cassh and Black podcast. Chill! What's good, boy? How was your week, man?
You already know me. I don't have to work a whole week no more.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that, huh?
2 days, 3 days a week now. It's all good. It's all good, though.
Nah, yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good, man. Yo, you know who Freddie Gibbs is?
Nah.
He's like a rapper or whatever. This nigga, he got into it with Jim Jones.
Oh, I know what Jim Jones is.
Yeah, just know Jim Jones and his crew beat the shit out of this nigga, I heard, bro. Like,
how old is Jim Jones now? Like 50?
Almost 50, probably.
He out here beating niggas up.
Yeah. This is Freddie Gibbs.
He about that life still. I don't know. That's crazy.
He's a rapper. He used to be signed to Young Jeezy. Yeah.
Like an actor or some shit.
Yeah, he looked like fucking Don Cheadle and shit.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Nah, but look, see, they got this shit right here. That shit, like, just like, but yeah, I heard his crew, Jim Jones' crew, beat the shit out of him because he was making like, he was dropping like subliminal lines and shit in his bars about Jim Jones and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, just know I heard he got the brakes beat off him and shit. Like,
it's funny because I was not about to change the subject. I was thinking of somebody. I don't know if it was a podcast. While I was home a couple of days, I seen somebody that stole our topic that we had did. I think we did the top 10 rappers alive, dead or alive. Yeah. Somebody did on there the top 5 dead or alive.
Damn, top 5 is hard as hell though.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait a minute, somebody stole our idea. So somebody watching our shit because they stole our idea.
Nah, it's a fact.
Because it was a known popular podcast. I forget which one I was watching. But they did a top 5 dead or alive. They had what you call it was number 1 though. This dude's they had your boy
Banks.
Biggie.
Oh, Jadakiss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You already know.
Number 1.
You already.
So I was like, wow, that's big because I don't think we had a number 1.
Nah, we ain't have an order.
Oh right.
Yeah, we just had top 10. Yeah, I don't think I could do an order.
They had it in order though. They top 5 dead or alive. So of course, Biggie and Tupac was up there.
Yeah, Biggie, Tupac, Jadakiss,
I was surprised they had Jada at number 1. I guess because he's still alive. But it was just interesting. I'm like, wait.
Top 5 off the top of my head though would be Jadakiss, Biggie.
In order?
Nah, not in order.
Oh, just in general.
Yeah, it'd be Jadakiss, Biggie, Tupac, Hove, and Nas off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's about the same way I probably would go with it too.
But
it was just shocking that I seen.
And that's only in that era, like, cause we could go like.
Well, I can go.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we go into your era or if we go into the kids' era now, it's a little different. Like, we can add a couple people in there.
Yeah, Jada's that dude right now, especially after that versus.
I was once again, Brown, I was telling you this from the beginning. You was fronting on me. You was like, what does Jadakiss have now? Until after the verses. Yep. I'm telling you, cause I remember when I was telling Brown, remember when he was like not criticizing, critiquing our lineups or whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, yo.
And not to go back to that verses. I was listening to Jada the other day, and why they didn't do 24 Hours to Live, did they?
I don't think they did. And that shit was lit. Remember on the second podcast, if y'all take a look at episode 2, I freestyled on the 24 Hours to Live.
That's what I said. They didn't do that shit.
Yeah, nah, I don't think they did that shit.
That shit was hard as hell because Mace was on there, right?
Yeah, Mace, Diddy, Black DMX.
Yo, they killed that shit.
Styles, Chic.
That's why I'm surprised they didn't do that.
Yeah, they could have did that shit.
What?
That would have been wild.
That'd have been crazy.
I got 24 hours to
live. That beat was sick.
Yo, that beat is OD.
I'm like, I was doing that shit. I'm like, wait a minute, they didn't do this after verses.
Check out episode 2.
Because Jada, his whole line in that shit was crazy.
Nah, yeah.
Jada kicked some shit on that. So I'm like,
Styles too. Styles was like, he'll probably die in the first 3 hours because he said he gonna go to the precinct and start shooting it up.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
I said go kiss my kids, say bye to my some shit.
Oh no, it's Jada. I think that's Jada.
Yo, he spit some. I'm surprised he didn't do that at the verses. That goes to show that he got so much shit that he never even got around to that shit. I'm like, yo, it just so happened I don't know what part I was listening to. I mean, they was doing the top 5 or whatever. Then they played that 24 Hours to Live show. I'm like, wait a minute. That shit was hard when it came out, son.
I got 24 hours to live.
What would you do? Who would you see? Where would you go? Oh, who would you notify if you knew your ass was about to die? That shit was just ruled by itself, son. Like, yo, I'm surprised they really didn't do that track. I'm like, yo, they didn't do that at the verses because I don't remember them doing that.
And once again, I just want to send out rest in peace and our condolences to Young Dolph. Like, they just had his memorial service.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah,
so his kids spoke at it. His ex, his girlfriend. I don't want to say his ex girlfriend, but
they named the street after him too.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's dope. Yeah, dope. Well, rest in peace again, man. Like, but damn.
Yeah, it's just still sad as shit, son.
All these rappers dying, son. It's too crazy.
Mad young.
Yo, crazy. This nigga was only 36.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and he was. I hate when niggas. I know I said this in last episode, y'all, but I hate when they killing niggas that are teaching niggas shit. Like,
yeah.
Like, it almost feels like they do that shit on purpose. Like, yeah, because it's like they don't want niggas coming up. Like,
yeah, that shit is just kind of.
Because he was teaching you how to build wealth. Like. Yeah. So, like,
how to maintain
same thing with Nipsey, like, how your shit by yourself, like, do everything yourself, like, so, but yeah, that shit is crazy. But
Nipsey was like 35,
31 or 33 or some shit like that. Yeah, some crazy young shit. Anyway, in your 30s is OD young. Yeah. Like, you 20s, just, 30s. I feel like the 20s, you still a kid. Like, I don't care what nobody says. Yeah, like, you a kid. Like, Biggie and Tupac died as kids.
Yeah, they was 25 and 24. Like that.
It's crazy to think that they were that age talking about what they was talking about. Like, that's nuts.
And it seemed like they were rapping forever.
Yeah, facts.
like yo.
And Biggie only got 2 albums. Like,
it's crazy, son.
That shit is. Yeah, that shit is OD, son.
I think Tupac only got like 3, right? 3 or 4.
He might have 4. But he has so much material because he used to just go in, record, and be like, nah, fuck it. The engineers, they could like fuck with that shit. Yeah, all I gotta do is come in here and drop the verse, and I'm good.
So it's crazy, son. It's just. I always think about how would the rap industry be right now if they were still alive? I don't know.
Tupac would probably be a politician. I ain't even gonna hold you by now. Like, he would have been on some whole other shit. Like, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I can see that. With Biggie, what you think about Biggie?
Biggie probably, Jay-Z probably wouldn't be who he is. And that's no disrespect to Hov. Like, Hov would have still been nice, still top. Yeah, I don't know. Just because Big had that spot. Like,
Big
like I feel like Big had to go, for them to shine. I mean, Nas still had, though. Nas sort of was one of them niggas where, like, you know how Curry changed the game, Steph Curry? Yeah. Like, Nas was one of them niggas. Because I heard he took Rakim shit and then made it, like you know how, like,
Rakim did it was ahead of his time. Nobody was ready for that style.
Yeah.
That old scientific and putting the lines of ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
but I heard Nas like, evolved that. Like,
yeah, he evolved it, so to speak, because when he did it, it was like when Rod did it, nobody would understand what the fuck he was talking about.
Because Rod switched it from the hip, the hop, like, you know how they used to rhyme like that. He switched it to more like
and whatever. Where Jay-Z took metaphors too. From so a lot of niggas actually.
Hov switched his whole shit because Hov, when he came in the game, he used to rhyme fast. Like, it's a bit of it. Like, but
once he heard Biggie and these other cats, he changed his whole flow.
His swag, yeah.
They used to with that Hawaiian Sophie or whatever.
Yeah, remember when he came out with what was his name?
I know.
Damn, what was his name?
It wasn't Master Ace. It was something else. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know the nigga.
Yeah, I know the nigga you're talking about. But
yeah, I forgot his name. Jazzo, exactly, Jazzo. Because he had that feature with
exactly. That's what put him on, Jazzo. Mm-hmm. But that's when they said he used to run around battling everybody. They said he tore LL up.
Yeah,
in the parking lot. And I was like, what?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they said he tore LL.
I could imagine, because him and DMX shit was hard. Their battle.
Yeah. I
was like, nah.
They said Jay just go around battling all other artists, and before he even got a deal, and he was tearing niggas out the frame. Mm-hmm. So. And they said he tore LL ass up in a parking lot somewhere.
Sheesh.
He said they used to just pull up wherever you was at, or whatever venue was at, and try to get a battle with your ass. Just to.
You know who else I heard was doing that and was bodying niggas? Fucking Cassidy.
Oh,
when he first came out, bodying niggas. Like,
Cassidy was like, his flow was crazy.
Yeah, he just got annoying as he got older. Like, but he used to be on some shit. Like, at one point, I'm not gonna lie to you, that was my favorite rapper.
Wow.
Yeah. Because he got classic freestyles, bro. Like,
I mean, my favorite artist is always gonna be fucking Jay-Z and fucking Biggie.
Mine's Jay-Z
no particular
and
order.
Jadakiss.
But it's just that when Big used to do, I don't give a fuck who shot you was the hardest shit ever made, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
That shit, when these somebody get just wet trickling down your feet, down like Sasquatch feet.
Mm-hmm.
Son, that song is just hard. Son. Anytime I hear that shit, just like, yo, that's the hardest shit ever to me. That shit is just hard, son. So, and Jay-Z said the same thing when he was doing. They did a documentary about Biggie, and they was playing all his music, and they was actually analyzing his shit. And Jay-Z analyzed that same shit, like he analyzed that particular record, Who Shot You, and he broke it down the same way. Like, yo, that shit was just crazy the way he like when he saw Ron, you could picture what he's talking about.
Nah, yeah,
like,
that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
The nigga gotta be nervous as fuck if you can hear their feet stomping or whatever, their feet, whatever. Nigga creeping, you can still hear them creeping. Like, I understand when you just visualize that whole shit. That shit, Who Shot You was big. Even though they try to say that was about Tupac or whatever. I don't know if it was before or after. They claim it was after or before or whatever. You know, it's neither here and there now because they both going for dumb reasons. But it's just the whole rap game is different now. So them two cats would have been still around now. I don't think half these dudes would have came out.
Oh, no, hell no.
There's a lot of dudes that would have had no careers right now. Even though the game was like
evolved
like every other thing else, but there's certain cats, even if it would have evolved, I can see them cats would have evolved too.
Nah, yeah, it's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So the game would still have been difficult because as they evolved, other people came in the game evolving. They would have to keep switching it up to compete with these young boys or whatever. Because you think about it, they both died young, so they would have been in their what now? 40s?
Yeah, they would have been in their late 40s probably.
Yeah. So Jay's in his what, late 40s now, still doing it?
Yeah, they would have been around Hov age.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
that's a fact. Hov might be 50 something though. I think he might be 50 something.
I know his birthday was like last week.
Yeah, it was December 4th.
So I don't know. The game would have been definitely different. A lot of these cats wouldn't have no careers.
I'm gonna check his age right quick.
So.
Nah, yeah.
You said you had a topic you wanted to talk about?
Yep. I got a serious topic. Let me just check Hov's age right quick.
I know he had met Beyonce when she was mad young. So
yeah, she was only like 26, right?
Nah, she was younger than that.
Oh, younger than that?
She was like a teenager.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
52.
Jeez, yeah, he was a creep when he met Beyonce. Beyonce was a baby.
Oh, Beyonce 40, yeah.
Yeah,
12 years younger.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So when he brought her to the record.
Yeah, because they was together in what, 02 or 01?
Sonny brought her to the record when he first brought her out. And then this dude had basketball teams in the record, him and Fat Joe.
Yeah, that was about like 02 or 01.
Yeah, because Fat Joe had their team out there. Then this nigga brought this.
Yeah, so she was only like 20, 19, like around that age.
She might have been younger than that, because you gotta, when I went to the record that year, I was in my fucking 30s, and I'm 55.
Hov older than Snoop. That's crazy.
Hov was an old cat. But like I said, he was kind of a creep when he started. Beyonce was like 17, 18 when he brought it to the record.
Sheesh.
Nobody, that was before she was with Destiny Child or whatever, but they really wasn't big like that when he brought it to the record. Nobody really knew who this chick was. And then they blew up with Destiny Child, and they were like, oh, well, okay. Like,
that's why that nigga was paying the bills. Paying my bills, paying my bills.
He had a squad. He brought this nigga out there, was on his team, on J Team. The nigga that almost killed himself, Lamar Odom.
Oh, yeah. Whew, Lamar Odom was a monster back then.
He put in work. Oh, my God. Lamar killed him after the record that year, son. He was... And Hov was there, go find the baddest niggas in the league, son, and have him on his team. Not that Fat Joe didn't. But Hov was that dude. But him and
that's why Fat Joe was so hyped when he beat him at the record.
What? Son.
Like, that's why he put that shit in Lean Back.
Yeah.
That song Lean Back.
Shit. They used to have some battles out there with their teams. My man Mookie used to be out there. He used to there's a big hoop dude used to be out there. I got free passes.
I went to the record a couple times. And that's big coming from Long Island, because it's like...
We used to go out there just about every game. Me and my dudes. Drive up there every fucking, because we did, like I said, my man Mook used to give us the passes. So we used to have the VIP passes, walking around and just chilling. That was the first, I don't know if
it used to be, I remember seeing niggas on the gate. Like, it used to be so, I'm not sure how it is nowadays.
Nah, they don't have it no more.
No, I'm talking about like in the later years. Like, but I remember when I was in like maybe 2000 or like 01 maybe or 02.
I loved to go on like around that time.
That time I'm talking about, niggas used to be on the fence. Niggas used to be on top of buildings, like the buildings.
Trees.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it used to be so packed.
Crazy.
Like if you ain't get there early enough, you not getting a seat, bro. Like you're not getting in there.
You had that pass, so I had that big pass, and you walk over.
And then the nigga, what was his name? I think he was a boxer, like Cannibal or some shit, or Hannibal. He was like some announcer nigga that used to be talking mad shit on the mic. Really forgot his name, but he used to be there every time I went. I went there probably like 2 or 3 times.
I went every
he used to have the title belt on him all the time.
For the whole summer we was riding up there. That's when I had my CTS, me and my crew. It wasn't really me, my man Mel, and my man P used to go up there and just every fucking game. VIP status, so it was good back then.
One of my mans from the hood used to bring me when I was a kid. My pops used to let me go with him or whatever. His name is Mustafa. Shout out to Mustafa. He used to take me out there and shit. Like I used to play ball in my hood.
Some real good times at the road. I think that was the first place I had that. I don't know who made this song, but they played this shit to death when they came on at the road. That shit, Diamonds on My Neck. That shit.
By who?
I found. I'm not gonna look it up. Diamonds on My Neck. Diamonds on Neck. Son, that shit, that beat was so hard, son. That was like they played that fucking record when they came on at the rock at the game. Like every break they got, they played this shit. Diamonds on My Neck. That shit was hard as hell, son.
Swiss Beats?
It might have been. I remember when it come on. Boom, 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 boom. The beat was tough. The rhyme, I don't know about the rhyme or how it was tough for that era. But that fucking shit was different. I think that was the hardest shit I ever heard at that particular time. Even though it wasn't really that hard, but that they put that shit at the record that night. Yeah, that shit.
Oh, I remember that shit.
So that shit was hard as hell.
Look how skinny Swiss Beats was.
Yeah, that shit, they played that at the record that year, son. That shit came on, niggas that like nobody heard it until they played at the record, son. That shit was hard, son. That's one of my fondest memories. That's when they had first started breaking nutcrackers. At the record, son. Yo. Oh my God.
Nutcrackers was the shit. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Nutcrackers was the shit. $5, $10, like whatever they sold it for at the time, like you was lit off one.
What?
Like they had all the different flavors. Some of them had a little Jolly Rancher at the bottom. Like, yo.
Nutcrackers was crazy. That's when I never even heard of a nutcracker until I went to the record. They was like, nutcrackers, what the fuck is a nutcracker? So we bought one. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, that shit cracked me. That shit got me lean.
Shit, man.
Word.
So going to the record was like
and a little quarter water shit.
Son, that shit was.
Or they have it in the Chinese joint.
Yeah, that shit was a movement back in the day. Going to the
crazy.
Record. So it was an event.
I'm happy I got to experience that. Cause I was young. I'm talking about I was 10, 11,
wow.
like that age. When I went.
I was in my early mid 20s.
Nah, yeah, that shit was an experience. Like, cause I never been to like the city like that. I never been to Harlem, nothing like. So like that was like my first time.
My man Mookie, big up to Mook. You know you gotta watch the part or whatever. But yeah, so Mookie used to play for I forgot what team he used to play for. One of the big teams, some shit. But I don't know exactly what team it was. I know he played for the Terror Squad from Fat Joe one year.
Oh, okay.
And he used to give us the backstage passes or whatever to come to the games. We wouldn't give our shit. We used to walk around and bullshit, buy nutcrackers, get drunk, all that before the game was even started. Because nobody used to come to like in the beginning. It was like it's like going to a boxing match, waiting for the main event.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? You get there, they got the preliminary shit going on.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
The big teams, everybody rush to go see who the big teams. Niggas they bring out the you know what I'm saying, the NBA niggas or whatever. So it was like it was a movement. It was definitely a movement.
So I wanted to get into this topic. First of all, let me throw 2 albums that came out today. Jim Jones, We Set the Trends. So shout out to Jim Jones and NLE Chopper, Me vs. Me. So
I mean, I listened to the Rick Ross shit. It's not bad.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't that bad.
It's not bad. I'm a big fan of Rick Ross anyway, so he can't do no wrong by me. But his album is not.
I wanted to listen to Vado's shit, but I ain't get to hear his shit.
But I ain't listen to his shit. Like I said, I listen to Rick Ross shit. It's not bad. Ross is all right.
But the topic I wanted to get into is, are men and women really equal? Because I was talking to somebody about this. I'm not gonna say no names, but
that's a no.
Because I'm tired of hearing that they not equal. Thank you. And let me pull my chain out. Man. I don't know why I have my chain.
The way I walk and do what I do and say what I say.
Because it makes you think of stuff like this. Like this is a good example of why men and women aren't equal. If it's and this is no offense, like to the LTBG community, like I just want to put my disclaimer here or whatever. Like this is just me speaking.
It's just my thought.
Yeah. So if a stud, which is a gay girl that explains us, identifies herself as a guy, if she was to snuff a nigga, could the nigga snuff her back?
Hell yeah.
And why you said I don't know, but then you know they're gonna have something to say.
Why? You portraying it.
That's what I'm saying.
If
you want to feel like niggas is equal, you can't.
First of all, if you walk that walk, you gotta talk that talk. So this is what it is. So
that's a fact.
If you trying to say your balls as big as mine, then it is what it is. We can have a big dick contest. So you got the bigger dick. My dick, and your.
You might have the biggest strap.
The biggest strap on. You know what I'm saying? You go with it. That's the whole concept of that. But at the same time, hell no. You gonna get punched back.
Yeah. So
you get punched back.
And then it's like you can't say like, cause y'all always saying that everything's equal, like nigga, and that's not true. Like, and it's not even leading. Like, I'm not saying men are better than women or women are better than men. I'm just saying it's not equal. Like,
as far as a pay rate, yeah, some women make more than men. And that's why I guess they feel the way they do. Like, listen, I could bring home the big. I don't need a nigga. At the end of the day, everybody needs somebody. So this is why women feel like they equal, because they can bring home money, just as much money as you can, if not more. Take care of themselves. They don't need you for nothing. So this is where that whole concept.
But when you gotta go fix that pipe that's broke in the bathroom, who you calling on, my nigga? Who you calling on?
No, that when you driving in your car, that shit conk out.
Facts, yeah. Who you calling on? Who you calling on?
You know, my shit broke down. Nigga, come meet me.
Vice versa for us though. I don't want to get it twisted. Like when that baby pamper dirty, who we calling on? Say no.
I don't know. I don't think a lot of pampers on my.
Nah, that's a fact. But you know what I mean, my
I know what you mean.
Like let me get a better example. Like when your daughter going through her period, my nigga, like who you calling on to answer them questions? I'm just trying to give y'all ladies like
I get where you coming from, but you know we got this. I mean, if you're old school, yeah. Nowadays,
I mean, you got the internet,
yeah, exactly.
But I'm just saying, I'm just talking about in general. Why you need? Who's most likely gonna be explaining that on the internet though? Like a woman probably, like, because ain't no man gonna be like, oh, when you get your period.
I don't know. I mean, me being OG that I am, I had my daughter first. Her daughter, her birthday's in like 2.5 weeks or whatever. Shout out to Shireen, love you. I had to take her to go buy her first bra. And that was awkward as hell because
niggas, you like, yo, what size you wear?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you go to the bra
what size you wear?
And you like, they saying, what do you need, a B or a C? I'm like, I don't know.
These shit go by letters?
Yeah. What is she, a B cup?
I thought it was a small, medium.
It was large, you know what I mean? So I'm looking at her like, she like 12. Like, Shireen, what size you wear? Like, I don't know.
Yo, take your ass in the
so
front.
You gotta take a bra and go like and hold it to her titties and shit. Like, no, that's too big. That's not it. So that's awkward. Awkward.
That's mad awkward.
You know what I'm saying? So,
but that's what I'm saying. It would help to have a woman in that. Yeah, for those type.
I've raised my daughter for a while. Big up to her mother, but I raised my daughter for a while, and it's a situation where I had to do certain things for.
That's a fact. But I'm just saying, as far as like. Because I'm pretty sure there's some women that know how to finish, like, that know how to fix they bathroom pipes and shit. But I'm just saying, like, there's certain circumstances where... But I'm just saying, it'd be easier if you had... Like, for example, there's some women that know how to fix cars, but it'd be easier if a man was there to just do that. Like,
if he knew what he was
doing. Yeah, if he knew what he was doing. Yeah. Like,
certain niggas will be front like they know what they're doing and don't.
That's a fact.
Worse than what it is.
Yeah, I'm not one of them. I'll let you know up front. I don't know.
I ain't doing too much manual labor no more. Back in the days, I have to be putting shelves up and this, that, and third. But nowadays, shit, I ain't calling somebody to do all that. I'm not doing none of that. Fuck that.
I can't front. I love doing that shit.
I mean, I used to, but I ain't got patience no more. You get older, you young dude.
Yeah.
You get over my age, I get patience just short as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people come, this is why I gotta retire, because not to get off the subject, people just, your patience, the older you get, the shorter your patience gets.
Nah,
so the
bro.
shit that you used to put up with, you can't put up with no more.
That's why you see a lot of old people though, like, and they be super rude. And it's like,
I'm that dude.
Move out my way.
No, I'm not that. I'm not that dude. I'm not rude, but I'm like, I'm grumpy.
You still not that old yet though.
I'm grumpy though. I find myself being grumpy. Like niggas come in here and they say dumb shit. Like I was doing the job we doing.
Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all know what we doing.
Y'all niggas come in there and they want to deliver a package or something. And I'm gonna give you the same energy that you give me. So if you come through the door with some fucked up energy, like, yo, is this the front desk? Then I'm gonna look like, nigga, there's no other desk in there. What this desk? This has to be the front desk. Then it do, and this is mine. This happened today. Then old boy looks around like, yo, you don't have to be mad, whatever, disrespectful. I'm like, how much you come in the door talking about, is this the front desk? Because you had a delivery or whatever. Uber Eats or whatever it was. So I'm looking at this nigga like, you ain't gotta be mad rude. How am I being rude by looking around? I didn't say nothing. I'm looking like you walk in the door, all you see is a desk. It's gotta be the front desk.
Nah, that's a fact.
That's just common fucking sense. So he's looking around like, and I'm looking around like, so he got an attitude. So then he said, that's why you're a fucking security guard. I said, nigga, I'm school safety, whatever the case may be. But I said, this is why you fucking delivering Uber food for me.
Facts.
Whatever. Like, yo, but yeah, so.
I hate when niggas do shit like that. Cause I feel like you're supposed to respect everybody because, like, you don't know when.
You come through a door, the first
facts.
Thing is
hello.
Doing, whatever.
Hello. That's
it. My mother raised me, when you go through a door and somebody's there, you speak to the person that's there.
Even if you walking in your house and there's somebody there, you gotta say
to my kids.
Exactly.
When I go home and they're there, I speak to my kids because I walked in the house. You know what I'm saying? But some people wasn't raised like that, so they come in with their energy already different. And energy is a big thing. Like, that's the wave right now. Everything's about your energy. How you give it is how you gonna give it back. And that's just me in general. You give me negative energy, I'm gonna give you back that same negative energy. Sometimes
keep that same energy, my nigga.
Spoil your fucking, you know what I'm saying? You could be in the greatest of moods, and that one dude coming with that energy could fuck up your whole vibe for the rest of the day.
Nah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it don't take much to be a fucking of energy killer.
Cause you can only fake the positive energy. Like if somebody's fucking with you, you can only fake that shit for so long. Like, oh word. But you gonna end up blowing up, my nigga. Like,
yeah, you have to, because there's only so much you can take.
Facts.
But back to that topic as far as men and women being
like, what's another example of them?
I'm gonna give you a big example. I mean, I'm not Muslim, but anybody that know Muslims, they women gotta walk like 2 feet behind them. They're not even allowed to walk side by side with them. They're not considered they equal. So this is what Muslims do. Your woman, if you my woman, we Muslim, you cannot walk next to me. You gotta walk behind me.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
That's how they give it up. You can't walk next to me because we're not equal. Only a person that's equal to me can walk next to me. So if I got a son and I'm Muslim, my son can walk next to me, but my daughter and my wife gotta walk behind me.
That's crazy.
Because we not equal, my nigga. We just not. We not on the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I ain't even know that.
Yeah, that's how they give it up. So you can't walk next to me. You gotta walk. The women have to walk behind. That goes for their daughter, all that. Only their son can walk next to them, but their woman can't, and their daughter can't. They gotta walk behind them. That's how they give it up. So that's the point they do. How they feel that we're not equal because you can't. I mean, at the end of the day, y'all can't do certain shit. I mean, nowadays because of this LGBTQ thing or whatever, they feel they can do just as much as we can do, if not better. At the same time, you might can do the same thing, the same job we do. But are you doing it better? I don't know if they do it better or whatever the case may be. But whatever women do and however they do it, and whatever you're doing and portraying it as you being a woman, a man, whatever, I still think you're not how equal.
Facts. And then at the end of the day, this is no diss towards women, but everything that, like, for example, all these buildings, all these houses, who built those? Those is built by a man.
Yeah, I mean, the ones back in the, I don't know about the ones now, but back in the day.
Still, majority of them buildings built.
Yeah. I mean,
all the build, every place you sleep in is most likely built by men.
Like nowadays, times are changing, but men were the biggest thinkers back in the days. We thought about everything. Like Jesus Christ was a man. You know what I'm saying? He gave everybody life and whatever the case may be. I ain't trying to get all biblical. But that was a man. Some women might say, yeah, whatever it is a woman. No, we already know. If you read the Bible, it was a man.
Mm-hmm.
So that
like
right
Eve
there,
was made because of the man,
exactly,
because he needed. Yeah, you took a man's rib. That's if you believe in the Bible.
You
whatever,
believe in the Bible, whatever. But if you believe in what Kanye said, then oh shit!
I already know who that is. So, yeah.
Why?
You just gonna have to.
Yo. Yeah.
Sorry, we got technical difficulties. Well, we got a little interruption. But yeah. So.
All right. Where's that shit? Why you going?
I don't know, but we gonna have to yeah.
All right. Hold
on.
But
look, he's calling now. I'm not. Like, we still live right now, so it's... Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna figure that out after this part. But, yeah, so, yeah, long story short... Nah, it's all good, bro. It just threw off the whole pod vibe. Alright, y'all, we back now. What was we talking about?
We was just talking about women and men being equal, and I think we was discussing basically. Sheesh, now that shit just fucked me up.
Yeah. But yeah, so we was talking about the whole men and women being equal and shit. Yeah, like, I mean, women have their things, like, we can't give birth and shit like that, and like. It's certain things that women help. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for y'all neither.
Oh,
so
no,
like,
we couldn't be at all.
Yeah, so like, we're not trying to take all the credit. Like, but I'm just saying, like, we're not equal. Like, we both got our separate things that we do, but we're not equal.
Nah,
like,
we can never be considered equal, even though they got a woman vice president right now.
Mm-hmm. Where is she?
I don't know. She's just holding that title. We got a woman governor by default. Because this
Facts.
Had to resign.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So we got women in high places right now. You know, there's a woman on the Supreme Court. So they in high places. Like, if they're doing the same job that we're doing, at the same time, that don't make them equal.
Yeah.
You can have the same exact job as me, make the same amount of money as me, but at the end of the day, you ain't gonna get out there. If your tire blow out, you ain't trying to get out there and change that fucking tire.
If I'm in the car with you, you're gonna be like, yo, John, go out there.
What? Nigga, they not trying to break no
nails. Yo, Cash, go out there.
They ain't trying to fuck their hair up, and they ain't trying to fuck their nails.
Oh, it's raining now. I can't do that.
Exactly.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Who gonna be down there fixing it?
That shit. A man.
A nigga.
Exactly.
Facts.
So at the end of the day, they not considered equal. And they not, because another example, when you meet a chick and you go out to eat and that bill come,
who paying it? Y'all not equal then. Niggas is not equal then. Niggas looking at you like, word like.
Nigga, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Facts.
We go
powder my nose. Facts. Nah, fuck out of here. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Like, so none of that equal shit, because y'all not paying the bill.
Next time the bill comes, if you out there and you single, and y'all think y'all equal, just slide in the bill. Like,
facts.
yo, you got, I'm going to powder my nose.
Word, facts. With that being said, cheer. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Cash.
Your boy Black, the blackest man in the land.
And it's the Cash and Black podcast.
Cheer. Peace.